Jeff Al Gilbert. Welcome to my gym in my home. And I'm going to talk about Clubhouse and why would you use it. And for those of you that do not know me, I've been involved in network marketing 41 years. I started 28 years ago, full time, after being bankrupt, broke, sold a junk truck to get started, put $200 into my business. And that's it. The 28 years have gone by fast, but it's been incredible. So I love this profession we call network marketing. And so I'm going to talk about Clubhouse. Just some of the things that I've appreciated already about using it, and I'm going to acknowledge some awesome people, hopefully that will come out of the campfire, or to the campfire, excuse me. Jennifer, good to see you. How are you? Come out of the shadows to the campfire. That's what happens when I was in the sauna, so I toasted my brain. Ciro, how are you? Flavio in Ecuador, and Jerry, she's loving Clubhouse. Good. You should. I've enjoyed it. And we're going to talk about that. And John in Baltimore. And I'm going later tonight, so I tell you, hey, Mindy, why are you up? Go to bed. You get up at 5 in the morning, girl. I don't know how you do it. She burns on both ends. Myrna, nice to see you as well. Oh man. Yeah, and actually Mindy was the one that pushed me into Clubhouse. Hector, good to see you. She did. Yeah, anyway, well, you and Tom Chenault. You missed one today, Mindy. We had a very fiery conversation. Tamara in Missouri, good to see you. And Jennifer in, I think, is it Colden, Kansas? Oh, no, they don't have it for Android, so that's what happens. You're getting punished. Diane in the Philippines. And Arnold in the Philippines. Good morning to our Filipinos that are joining us. And May, is that? Hey, don't know where you're from. Good to see you. Yeah, it was, hey, Mindy, did you notice when Tom said, I can't predict Bitcoin? And after he said that, it went up 4,000. Ta-da! When politicians get stupid, I can always predict what's going to happen to the US dollar. Yeah, buying that iPad, she says, to those who got Androids, okay? Cindy, good to see you. And Roger from Belize. ¿Cómo está? Good to see you. Diana, good to see you. And she says, yes, it's cold. Yes, punishment is cruel. You're in cold Kansas and you're stuck with an Android? Oh my gosh, what's the world coming to? So yeah, let me see. So let's just talk just a couple of things, and feel free to, if you've been using Clubhouse, to make comments about some of the things that you've enjoyed about Clubhouse. Why use it? I mean, is it just another thing that's just going to take up your time, and you're already giving so much to Instagram, you're already giving so much to Facebook or Twitter or LinkedIn or those social media platforms, right? In a nutshell, here's what I like about Clubhouse. It creates conversations. It's like going into a coffee shop and you're hearing everybody talk. It's all about conversations. Look what we're doing right now. And thank you for some of your messages. But that's what you're doing. You're messaging, which is totally cool. But I've sort of taken the camera, right? And so the great thing about Clubhouse, it's all audio. I was talking to Mindy about that today, and I said, man, we can even do this in our underwear. Isn't that cool? You can be right on Clubhouse, just sharing things, conversations, and you don't have to be dressed up or anything like that. Some people that have avoided doing Facebook Lives because they just freak out when they see themselves on a screen. So I guess Clubhouse is good for that because you don't have that freak out, right? You don't see yourself. You're just talking just like you would to anybody on a phone. So just a couple of things though. Hey, Carlos, good to see you. So how do you get it? First of all, you download the app. So just go to your app, and again, as was mentioned, if you have an Android, then that's going to take a little bit longer. Right now it's not available for Android, but if you have a iPhone device or iPad, I guess, then you would download the app to your device, and then and then here's the second thing. What makes it so popular right now, I think, is exclusivity. It's sort of like Bitcoin. It's limited, right? So right now, the invitations, it's not like Facebook. The invitations is limited. That is the invites that you can send out. So first of all, you got to get invited. I did reach out to, before we went into Clubhouse today, to a leader in Denmark, and because he saw my post, I shared my post on Facebook today that we were going to go live, and we had a very interesting conversation about Ponzi schemes versus legitimate network marketing opportunities. And I'll tell you anyway, before I get into that, because there is something I really liked about today's meeting that we had. We call it going in a room, okay? And so the thing is, I reached out to this person in Denmark, and he said, well, I said, just download the app. And then he says, I've got to wait until somebody invites me. And next thing I know, he was in the room. So it seems like they're opening it up more and more. But again, it is limited. For example, once you can use Clubhouse and you're in, then you're going to see that you can only send out like one invite a day. And once you participate, that is as a moderator or as a speaker, then they're going to give you the privilege of having more invites. Isn't that interesting? So it's not like Facebook where you just send out a friend request, somebody agrees, and they're added to your network. It doesn't work that way with Clubhouse. So it makes people appreciate it when they do get the invite, and then they are in, or they can now use Clubhouse. So that I think that's part of what's really driving or fueling it, is the fact that it is only by invitation only. So it's pretty cool. So don't get frustrated if you're not in it yet. Just keep talking to your friends who are in it and say, give me an invite, man. Or you can reach out to me, okay? And hey Kim, nice to see you. You can reach out to me. So back to today, what I liked about it. So when you get into into the app, you're going to see there's a calendar. When you click on the calendar of events, it's going to give you a lot of different events that are going on. And not all of it is about network marketing. Of course, it's not. It's about a lot of different things. I mean, anything you can think of, any subject, it seems like. I've gone through there and I'm like, wow, that's different. And if you want to, then if that's what you want, you click on that and you go right in that room and you can listen, take notes, whatever you want to do. We had an incredible one today. So again, I decided to, just out of a whim, and this is what I love it. Just, like 2 hours before I decided to do it, I said, okay, I want to do one on Ponzi schemes and legitimate network marketing opportunities or versus that, and see who shows up. So I set it for 1 o'clock, or no, it was 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock, that's right. So I thought, okay. And so it was great because we had some great rock stars show up. We had Mindy show up. We had Tom Chenault, because I know Tom is big on this. He's really, and rightfully so. So I reached out to Tom and said, hey, Tom, get in the room. And really cool was Kevin Thompson showed up. Now, who's Kevin Thompson? Well, Kevin Thompson here in Tennessee, he is very well known for his profession as an MLM attorney, a network marketing attorney. That's right. And so he speaks at a lot of events, and his knowledge is just tremendous. So it was really great hearing from him in the room today. And see, I didn't send it in, but see, here's the thing. That's what I love about Clubhouse. Whereas if I do a Facebook Live on Ponzi schemes, like I did the other night, Kevin didn't show up, right? But in Clubhouse, he did show up in my room. So he saw it. He saw the title. He said, hey, I want to get in that room. Then what did we do? Once he's in the room, then how do you speak? What do you do? They call it getting up on stage, as Mindy said. She said, Jeff, you got to get up on stage. I'm like, well, what is that? How do you do that on an audio? Okay, so you simply raise your hand, and then when you're called on, or rather when they move you to the platform, then they'll let you know. The moderator will let you know when it's your turn to speak. Now, when you do that, don't do what I did the other day, and that was, as soon as they do that, your microphone is on. Go ahead and mute it. I didn't know that. I thought the moderator had to turn the mic on. And then I'm sitting here chatting with somebody, and somebody said, Jeff, please be quiet. I'm like, what? Okay, so mute your mic as soon as you are brought up to stage. Now, again, when you speak, that doesn't mean you have to give some speech. I mean, it could be a question you have. Whatever's being discussed at the time. It can be a question on anything. Or if it's something that you want to comment about or something you really want to share. I was on one with Ray Higdon and a few other 7-figure earners 2 days ago. And I mean, one lady, man, she was smoking. She has so many great ideas. I'm like, oh my gosh, this woman's incredible. All that is free. All that is free. And I think Clubhouse does the very thing that we don't see in these social media platforms, and that is it's social. It's social because people are talking. And you remember in the past I talked about, I challenged you to have more conversations in Facebook. Go through your Facebook network. Start sending out voice messages to people you haven't messaged or talked with in years. And again, if they don't respond back and they're not interested in engaging with you, take them out. Again, Clubhouse is not a replacement for Facebook by any means. By any means. It's just another tool in your toolbox, but it's a powerful tool. It's a powerful tool. And I was thinking also, because in third world countries or countries where the bandwidth is challenged, an audio is perfect, where people could just listen and learn from incredible people. So you're going to see a lot of different people in different companies, different backgrounds, like Kevin Thompson today. I was so impressed with him, and when we talked about Ponzi schemes, and he also gave his viewpoint on Forsage. And you hear about Forsage and all that, and he made it very clear that people can get in trouble with that. There's no question about it. He said this. In other words, this is a Ponzi scheme. Is when the product is money, that's a problem. That's a big problem. And it doesn't mean that if a person amasses a lot of it, that they're safe. The authorities can come knocking on your door, foreclose on your house, or lien it, or freeze your bank accounts. They can do anything they want. So he was very vocal about it today. And so in the future, these conversations will come up more and more. So avail yourself of that app. It's incredible. And the things that you're going to learn, and also the people that you meet. That's the other thing I love about Clubhouse, is that you're meeting people. You can follow people. So what do once you get your app? The first thing you want to do is download a photo of you, but not off, 100 miles away from the camera, right? Okay, you have to be up close where they can see your face. So upload a good photo, and then work on your bio. I want you to work on your bio. Why is that important? Because when you're in a room, you'll see on the screen, you're going to see all these different faces and names of people, okay? You can click on any of those faces and go right to their bio. And you can follow them. You can click follow. Any of the speakers that you see, you can do the same. So that's the reason why you need to have a bio on yourself in your profile, because they need to know who you are. Now, if you say, well, I'm not that interesting, Jeff, I don't want to hear that. I really don't want to hear that, okay? I want you to talk about your future self then, okay? What is it you want to see in you in the future, or see yourself in the future doing? Be as you arrived, okay? You're there. Now, let's talk about you. In other words, we're talking about what you value, who you are, what you're passionate about, what you're doing, things like that. It doesn't have to be based on results of different trophies that you've achieved, or rank levels, or income, levels that you've achieved in your life. None of that is, that is not necessary for a bio, okay? So have a bio. And nice to see you, Kitty. Have a bio of yourself in the back. Yeah, and I get curious too, because Fraser Brooks was in the room today. Even I look at his bio, and he's got all these emojis in it and all this stuff. I didn't do that with my bio. I just here's my story, man. But anyway, you need to put it in there, because people want to know who you are. And then they'll follow you, and so that when you start your room, and that's what you're going to see, by the way. Let me just go to my app real quick. So I'm going to go to my Clubhouse app, and then when you go there, it's really cool, because first of all, it'll show you right now different. Oh, you can't. It's too bright. Okay, maybe if I turned it down. Anyway, it'll give you the names of the people who are the speakers of the particular subject that's going to be discussed. And so, maybe these are people you've heard of, haven't heard of. You can go right to calendar. Oh my gosh. Okay, so if you want to go to 10 p.m. tonight, which it's still going on now. Here's the subject: spiritual sex, part 2. Well, that may not be for me. Okay. How about another one at 10 o'clock? Build a brand. Build a brand. There's different things. You're going to see a lot of different subjects when you go on Crazy Things, right? And and 7 questions to find your soulmate. Okay. See, you see what I mean? Most of this stuff is not about network marketing. Weekly Bitcoin meetup. Here's another one, okay? And then, but you're going to see a lot on network marketing, and Ray was using it, Taylor Thompson, my friend Lisa Grossman, I don't know, just a bunch of people. So a lot of the leaders are using it now. So it's a great way for you to go in a room and meet a lot of cool people that will become your friends that you would never meet in Facebook. You would never meet in Facebook. You can follow them, you can, and then start engaging. You know, if you're nervous about speaking, don't be, okay? All it is a phone. That's all it is. You just, when you raise your hand, you raise your hand, you want to ask a question or you want to make a statement, don't be afraid. And, Mindy says she just reconnected with someone from California that moved to California. Pretty cool. So yeah, it's a great way to find people. They follow you, and here's the thing: you have your vibe that will find your tribe, right? People that resonate with you, with your personality. So don't feel you have to be something you're not to speak when you go into those rooms. Just be you and contribute. Here's another thing I want to share too. It's very valuable, very valuable. How many of you have wanted to do better at Instagram, to create a better following in Instagram? Do any of you want to do that? Now, I'm not a big Instagram person. I never was. I do use it from time to time. But it's interesting that in Clubhouse, you want to do this on your bio, so that when you finish your profile on yourself, make sure you scroll at the bottom. You'll see it at the bottom. Connect to Instagram and Twitter. Those are the only two social platforms it's going to connect to. I don't know. I'm not big on Twitter. I'm just not. I mean, even, if I look at Eric Worre and my friend Ray Higdon, it's not like they have a lot of people that follow them on Twitter. I mean, sure, if you're Trump or if you're who knows what, sure, you got a big Twitter following. Well, he did. He doesn't have it anymore. He's been forever banned. And well, that's another subject for another day, because some of these high-tech giants, I don't like the fact that they censor our speech now and tell us what we can think and say. But the thing is, you can connect your Twitter account and your Instagram. I deleted Twitter after that, actually. I'm just like, no, I don't need it that bad. Really don't. I got this far in life without it. But Instagram, I thought that's great. And so as soon as I've only spoken once, three times in Clubhouse already, 3 times. But after each time I would speak, you're going to see that a lot of people are going to start following you once you start doing that. So raise your hand when you're in a room. I mean, just focus on the material. Focus on what's being talked about. Get absorbed in it. And then raise your hand and share what you think. Again, if it's 30 seconds, it's 30 seconds. It doesn't matter. But you want people to start seeing who you are. They'll go to your bio. They'll read your bio. Then they'll connect to your Instagram account. I noticed my Instagram account started growing ever since I started using Clubhouse. So, I mean, it's such a valuable tool. And I love the fact that you can connect it to Instagram. So, pretty cool stuff. People will go to your Instagram to see your pictures, to see you in real, time, and maybe on a video, things like that. So, yeah. Cool stuff. I just wanted to share that if you don't have it, just download the app and get started. Again, it's all about conversations. I love it. It's funny how network marketing goes back full circle, to some of the most basic things that I was doing 20, 30 years ago, 22 years ago when I started in my last network marketing company. And again, it was all about conversations. Everything I was doing it was over a telephone, but I was having conversations. And network marketing is all about conversations. It's all about being social. And that's the beautiful thing about Clubhouse is it's highly social, people are talking, and it's just cool. You're going to meet a lot of cool people. So I just wanted to share that tonight, and it's really nice meeting up with you, and I look forward to putting out some value tomorrow, and I'll catch me on Clubhouse. I hope I catch you on Clubhouse. Again, you can follow me, and I can follow you, and we can have conversations. So thanks for joining me tonight, everyone. Love you very much. Take care.